In 1947, Elizabeth Short, later known as the Black Dahlia, was found murdered in Los Angeles under circumstances so brutal and bizarre that the case shocked the nation. The media turned her life into a spectacle, branding her with a nickname that erased who she really was. Despite decades of investigations, suspects, and conspiracy theories, her killer was never found. The case reveals more than an unsolved crime and exposes how fame, sexism, and sensational journalism can distort justice. Elizabeth Short was born in 1924 in Hyde Park, Massachusetts. She was the third of five daughters in her family. Her childhood was unstable from an early age. When she was just 6 years old, her father disappeared, abandoning the family during the Great Depression. Her mother was left to raise five girls alone, struggling financially. Elizabeth also suffered from serious asthma, which caused her to spend long periods away from home. As a teenager, she was sent to Florida to live with her family, hoping the warm climate would help her health. People who knew her described her as polite, soft-spoken, and very sensitive, but also dreamy. She loved movies, fashion, and Hollywood glamour, and she longed for a life far from poverty and illness. By her late teens, she was constantly moving, searching for stability, attention, and a fresh start, a pattern that would follow her into adulthood. At the age of 22, Elizabeth moved to California in the early 1940s because she wanted to be close to Hollywood and the film industry. Like many young women at that time, she hoped to become an actress or a model, even though she never landed any major roles. She stayed in Los Angeles and nearby cities, often couchsurfing with friends, acquaintances, or people she had recently met. Elizabeth did not have a steady job or a permanent home, and she relied heavily on the kindness of others while chasing the Hollywood dream. She was known to socialize and date men, especially military servicemen, during World War II. Friends described her as flirtatious, but not promiscuous. She often relied on male friends for companionship, meals, or a place to stay. In January 1947, Elizabeth Short was lured or willingly met someone in LA. At some point, she was brutally murdered. Her body was severely mutilated and then posed in a vacant lot. The killer was never identified despite one of the largest investigations in LAPD history. One of the most talked about suspects was Dr. George Hodel, a wealthy physician. He was rich, connected, and reportedly sadistic, and his own son later claimed he believed his father killed Elizabeth. Police even secretly recorded Hodel, but he was never charged, and the case remains unsolved.